SparkItUpTV with Slick and Roxxy, and we are back on episode 6. And during this episode, we want to talk about specifically It Takes a Village for one of our segments. And on this It Takes a Village, it's just going to be a overall broad topic of police brutality and criminal justice. And so we just wanted to take this time to speak a little bit about that and talk about the fact that police officers are law enforcement officers and they are to be held to a higher standard than quote-unquote civilians. That's why they have been appointed the title of law enforcement officer. And so they have rules of conduct and rules that they are to follow when engaging in certain scenarios. And so although we can't always say how we'll react and respond in a given scenario, they should have the wherewithal to understand how to respond. Now, with that being said, there are cases in which the police have to survive and their life is threatened. So in that case, they do, according to the law, are allowed to use what they call deadly force, which is when but it's only to be used when they feel that their life is in danger.
Right.
So, when you have people, what they call civil unrest, people protesting, people rioting about something that the police has done, it's because the police are held to a different standard.
Right.
And so if you have somebody who's jaywalking or maybe stealing something from the store or maybe spoke to you in a manner in which you felt disrespected, your training should be that you are to react appropriately, not, react inappropriately and not kill somebody, especially when you don't feel your life is being threatened.
Right.
And there are a lot of police officers who walk around with this authority complex, like do what I say, and it doesn't matter. If you look at them wrong, it's going to be a problem, and that's an issue. So without getting into any specifics of anything that has happened, because when people lose their life, it's a tragedy, and what saddens me is that when people really harp upon one specific issue when it's a lot of, when death and murder is unfortunate in itself. No matter whether it's a teenager, no matter whether it's an adult, a baby, whoever. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say about the whole situation and about things that have been going on lately. I do, as far as the looting is concerned, I don't think that it's appropriate that people tear up their communities, but I do understand that people have frustrations and sometimes they don't know what to do.
Right.
So until you're in that situation on either side, you really don't know how you're going to react. And that's pretty much what I wanted to say about that. It takes a village. So if you see somebody who's going through something that you know or that you don't know, maybe just try to reach out to them, talk to them. If we have police officers or people in law enforcement who are viewing this, I guess it should be a wake-up call to you to, if you don't already, take your job a little bit more seriously, because you wear a uniform and carry a gun for a reason.
Right.
Because you're looked at to protect and to serve, not to use your authority to just do whatever you want for whatever reason, just because you think you have the power, or because the dog ate your homework, or because your wife or husband didn't treat you right when you walked out the door for whatever reason. You're supposed to leave those things at home, supposedly. So, just think about that. Everyone, we're all human. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes mistakes. We're not God. We can't judge. What we can do is just learn from what has happened to be a village, be more of a village, and try to understand where people are coming from.
Support each other. Don't tear each other down. Support each other. R.I.P. to Mike Brown. R.I.P. to everybody that has been victims of police brutality, because it's really getting out of hand. It really is.
Yep. So, that's all we wanted to say. It takes a village. Spark it up.
We be back.